I have to tell a small story about my upbringing. My father is so principled. There's no difference between a boy and a girl in my father's house. What a boy can do, a girl can do it. So even if we follow him to the farm, if he give a boy 10 hips to clean, he will give the girl. Even when you are young.
The same 10?
Yes.
Oh my
He
God.
can say, oh, go and drink water, and you will come back. And everybody must go to school, whether you are a boy or a girl. Being a princess, we were many. By the time my father died at the age of 100, we were about 35
children.
Yes.
And he trained all.
All of us must go to school. In secondary school, then we used to study Latin as part of what? But then they now telling us Latin is a dead language. Then I have to change from Latin to French.
I know you studied French at a point.
Yes, from Latin to French. And then when we were doing our exam, and they gather a lot of us from different secondary school to do the oral text, because we are only 3 in my school that was ready to do French then. They were telling us Latin is a dead language. So we did French and I passed. And that changed my horizon really. By the time I now finished and then went, my uncle was in Lagos. I was in Ekiti, Ayedun Ekiti. Then he came and he said I should follow him. And in those days, electricity was not common. When I got to Ikoyi, I said, wow, what's that thing doing under the tree? And it was electricity. That was how it was in those days. And then I was there, and he got me a form to go to the university. And when I was filling my form, I spelled university UNIVERCITY, and that cost me a whole year. And my uncle said, university, Univer village, Univer town, you are not ready to go. I cried, I begged. He said, no, you are going to wait. If it is today, they will ask somebody to come and help me do the exam. So that cost me a year. He said I can't go. But I now begged him, can I now be working for some time? And he said yes. He was a PAMSEC in the Ministry of Communication. He later became the head of service and secretary to government. One person was holding that position then. But he said, if you want to work in the ministry, nobody must know you are my daughter. Ha. This man is here again. Why now? But you are my father. I said, yes. It's either they will give you special treatment, or some people will maltreat you. So if you are going there on your own, nobody. And he will pick me from our house at Ikoyi. He will drop me at Kakawa. I will walk to the ministry to go and work. So I was walking.
And you were going the same direction?
Yes.
He just didn't want people to associate.
He will pick me from home. He will drop me on the road. I will walk to where I'm going. When we close in the evening, I will have to go and stay in front of CMS church. And when the car stops, I have to rush in so that nobody will know I am the daughter of the permanent secretary. So it was like that.
And things have really changed now.
I now beg my uncle, can I go to Alliance Française so that I can learn more about my French? And he said, yes, you can go. So I registered in Alliance Française. Then I registered to do my GC advanced level. Within 1 year, I had 2 baccalaureates. That's 2 certificates.
2 baccalaureates?
Baccalaureates. That's the meaning of certificate in French.
Oh, no.
Baccalaureate Français.
Baccalaureate.
Finally, I have to go out of Nigeria to the US to study. And he insisted, between him and my father. So I went to Miami-Dade Junior College in Miami, Florida for a pre-entry to the university. And I was working and going to school. So I was in Miami-Dade Junior College for 1 year before I get admission to the Ohio State University. And that is why I graduated.
And then you go back to Nigeria to serve?
Then I came back to Nigeria to serve. And when I came to Nigeria, I was posted to the Central Bank of Nigeria. So we went. And because I already told you about 2 baccalaureates in in Alliance Française, plus my certificate at the school art level in French. And then I'm now able to speak other languages that, they call it Romance language. And this means Latin, English, French, Espanol, Portuguese. Okay. In French, when they say, for English we say apartment. In French we say appartement.
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 Yes.
Okay, that's French.
Yes.
Portuguese.
The apartamentos.
Apartamentos.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the pronunciation that is different. When you understand one, you understand the other.
Okay, apartment, apartamentos,
Mhm,
apartment, and in Latin is how?
It's apartamento.
Apartamento.
Yes.
And which other one did you mention earlier?
The
Italian. Okay, that's Italian.
Both Italiano, Portuguese, they have
Apartamento,
the same pronunciation.
Okay, that's good. So, how did you gain the job in CBN?
Okay. Now, when we came to when I came back from the US, I was already married, and then they posted me to the central bank. And when I was there, because I speak another language, so anything that is anybody coming from abroad for one meeting or the other and doesn't speak English, they will ask me to go and meet them at the airport, take them to where they are going to be, and so on and so forth. And that was the way I was working around the clock, not as a youth corper really, because I will work if it's a Saturday or Sunday, and then the regular job. And when we finished that 1 year, they had a send-off party for us. And then the highest denomination of the naira was 20 naira. If they give you 20 naira, then it's like they gave you 2 million naira. So when they were doing the send-off, they give us a package, pack everything, and give every one of us. And they now single me out. They gave me an envelope. I was so happy. I said, it's 20 naira. I couldn't open it in the presence of my friends. So when I got home, I opened it. It was my appointment letter. They said I've already done my interview when I was working. There was no interview, so I was
Was your performance that actually gave you the job?
Yes. And my first meeting at the IMF, they actually had a party for me. That was in 1980. As the first Nigerian woman who came as a delegate, not the wife of a delegate. They have a small party for me. And if we are meeting, I can listen in any of the languages. We use earphone. You can press and listen. And then I can raise up my hand. I can talk on behalf of all of